All right, so for this example here, we have a graph, okay? Looks like a bit of a square root graph that we have, a portion of that, and we're going to apply transformations to it. Okay, so the one tricky thing that we need to understand about this format, okay, and if we go back to, there's mapping notation, if we go back to this one right here, this is really, really important, okay? Notice that there is an excessive number of brackets here inside this function, okay? So this is really important. When we take a look at b and h, in order to properly identify h, we actually have to factor b out of the expression of x, okay? So the expression of x that's inside the function, we have to factor b out. So this is what it looks like in this example. So f of 2x minus 6, notice that this is not factored in here. And actually, in order to properly identify h, because h is actually not 6. It's not 6. So what we'd have to do is we'd have to factor a 2 out and write it like this. So a is 2, that's correct, and you can see that from the unfactored form, but h, this is not h, okay? This negative 6, or the positive 6, it's actually 3, positive 3. H is actually positive 3. So that is something you're going to want to pay attention to. Sometimes students forget, but please make sure this is factored inside your f of x there. All right? So here now, a is 2, positive 2. B is, no, I'm sorry, a is 1. That's out front. B is positive 2. H is 3. And k is 1. So those are the parameters that are going to affect this original graph of f of x. Okay? And to graph that, what we would do is I would, again, encourage you to apply each step of the transformation, starting with your stretches first. So work from A on. So go from left to right. So A is 1, so that means it does not stretch at all in the vertical direction. It doesn't stretch up, it doesn't compress down, it just stays the same. So A, we don't have to worry about a stretch. B, now, remember that the horizontal stretch is what B dictates, and it stretches according to 1 over B. So if B is 2, 1 over B is 1 over 2, which means that every x value gets reduced by 1/2, and it goes towards the y-axis, that vertical y-axis. So just take every x value and multiply by 1/2, or think about it this way, visually it goes halfway between its original spot and the y-axis. So a 1 turns into a 1/2. A 4 turns into a 2. A 9 turns into a 4.5. A 0 stays 0. So we've got this for our first step. Okay, everything just squishes in horizontally. All right, for B. Got that? Now H, now it's easy. The translations are easy. H is left, right. K is up, down. So H is positive 3, which means that I have to move everything to the right 3 units. It shows up in the function in this form as a negative 3, a minus 3. But remember, that's the format. It's x minus h. So h is plus 3. So we go positive 3. So each number, so 0 goes to 3. I'll use a different color. 0 goes to 3. 2 goes to 5. 2 goes, we're adding 3, right? Yep, okay, adding 3. So 2 goes to 5. And 4.5 goes to 7.5. And this was 1/2 plus 3 goes to 3.5. So you should have the same shape as the black dotted stage. But it just is, everything's moved over 3 units to the right. Okay, that's best I can do with my hand drawing there. All right, so we've got H. Now finally, K is our last one. Let's use a different color for K. Let's use green. And so K is our last stage. This will be our final, this is what it should look like. So everything goes up 1 unit. So this one goes up 1 unit. This one goes up 1 unit. This goes up 1 unit. This here goes up 1 unit. So our final graph should look like this in green. Ugh. Hang on. Right there. Okay? In green. So the green is the final graph, and that is this right here. Any questions or anything that, any clarification on? Yeah.
I feel like the y unit is like, because there are only like 1, 2, 3 for the y-intercept.
Oh, you're right. The scaling is a little bit off here. Each square is only half a unit. Thank you. So that would affect our last graph. Fine. Yeah, you're right. So the question was, hey, 2 and 3, 1 unit is actually representative of two squares here. That is absolutely correct. So I'm just going to move this up another square then, and then we're good to go. It depends how you did your scaling, I guess. But yes, it should go up 1 complete unit. Now, did I do that correctly with this other one or not? Yeah, see, this is the x-axis on this example is 1 square is 1 unit. On the y-axis, it's different. So, but yeah, that's good. Any other questions or comments on that?